Hey, what's up? It's me, Cleopatra Wallace, and today I'm going to do a reading about the inauguration for President-elect Joe Biden, President number 46 in the books. So far, we're going to see what happens in real life. So this will be a reading for January the 20th, which is a Wednesday, and a particular area is Washington, D.C. And, you know, at the Fibonacci spiral, we got to keep narrowing it down. So inside of Washington, D.C., we want to know about the Lincoln Memorial area. So I've already meditated on these cards, and we're going to get started. And this fine fellow in my lap is my daddy. For some reason, well, not for some reason, he felt the need to be a part of this. And I feel like I have a stake in this too, because he was a patriot, therefore I am a patriot. And I'm nosy. Let's not forget that part of it. We're going to be using the Hermetic Tarot, the Movie Tarot, the Enchanted Lenormand, and the Spider deck. And we may get a shadow card if necessary. We're going to see what the cards call for. Alright. So this is a reading for January the 20th, Inauguration Day in Washington, D.C., in the area around the Lincoln Memorial, around the reflecting pool, and also for Kamala Harris and her family and her standards and practices or procedures or whatever she has to go through or will be there. We want to know about the mood, the attitude, the atmosphere, the energies moving around Washington, D.C. for Inauguration Day of President-elect number 46 and Vice President-elect Kamala Harris. The energies around Washington, D.C. And we're going to start out with the Omega Land. I'm going to pull 3 cards. And then, of course, we'll begin the clarifying. They are definitely wanting to talk already. Look at that many. But that's too many. I'm going to take them back. So, apparently they have a lot to say. We're about to see, too. Alright, we're going to take the top 3 cards. And since this a jumped on out, we got to keep it. And it landed on the 7 of Swords up. So of course we all know what this card is. You sneaky SOB, creeping out the door. So I guess that's going to set the mood for the area or for the people around. We got so far the 7 of Swords. So people are definitely feeling clever. Where am I going to set this at? Let me set it right there for now. Alright, we got the 7 of Swords and jumped out here. But we still need to get the top 3. Alright, and as I was doing this, in my mind, I seen like people chartering buses. So there's going to be like groups of people, you know, chartering buses to go. And I see older couples who feel like this would be their last time seeing a president inaugurated. And here go another card that jumped out. And I also see a bunch of looky-loos that's going to be there. And this that just jumped out is the 10 of Wands. So the 10 of Wands is like a great burden. And when I say burden, not so much as a burden like someone's making me do it. Like a burden that you put on yourself. So he's out there carrying all the guns, and now you feel like you want to shoot yourself with the guns. So I'm hearing the expression like a lot of people done put their feet in their mouth, them, you know, maybe bit off more than they could chew by saying, you know, sometimes when you say you do this and you do that, and you get of a certain age and you talking to your loved ones, well, guess what? Now you got to do this and you got to do that. So already the energy is, it's a great burden for someone to tote all of this guns or even to follow through with it. But still, we need 2 more to start this off. Oh, there they are. 1 and 2. Alright. So to go with the Ten of Wands, we have the Hermit. I'm not surprised a bunch of keyboard warriors be recluses. Like they don't never really come out. So we got a Hermit out here. A few people coming out that don't normally come out. And we have the 4 of Coins. Yeah. Now, as you can see, the 4 of Coins, one of these cans is already open and eaten. But it's still 3 more to go. And I already see that's, I'm getting the feeling like, you know, you haven't seen nothing yet. You know, that was only, we've only had a little sample of what can happen. So we have 3 cards here. We have the Ten of Wands, which is the guy struggling to carry all the guns. He almost want to shoot himself with one of them because he, you know, why do you have all these guns? And then we have the Hermit that they came out from under a rock. Like I said, some looky-loos, some people that don't normally come out then decided that this is going to be something worth seeing in person. And also we have a group of people who feel like they already served us 1 can. Now, whether it's a can of whoop ass or a can of bullshit, we don't know. But we already had 1 can of it, and there's still 3 more cans to go. So these are the cards we're going to use to start off with. And first, I want to know who's got all these damn guns. So let's clarify the Ten of Wands. What's the energy surrounding the Ten of Wands? Who has decided that they have bitten off way more than they could chew? And already I'm hearing the word constituents in my mind. That's not a word that I normally use, but constituents. Oh, there go a flip. Let's see. The Last Judgment. And as we know, the judgment is people you're going to come back. You thought they were dead, or you thought you had beat them down, but now they don't come back. So this is the Ten of Wands. So apparently they done already been there at the Capitol, if you know what I mean. And they're intending on coming back. Alright, now let's pull a card on the Hermit. But we're going to come back to that Last Judgment card. Because we still don't know who kind of creep out the door up here with the sneaky stuff. So we're going to get to that one too. But first we're going to move from the left to the right. As like reading the book. Alright, now clarify the Hermit. Are these looky-loos? What's the energy surrounding the Hermit? Oh. Alright. Ooh, the Blasted Tower. Those are not looky-loos. These are people who they feel like they're going to get to see a plan come together. So we got the Last Judgment and a Blasted Tower now. It don't look too peaceful, but we haven't even started with the questions yet. Right now we just checking the mood. And as you see, we got people coming back that was already there, you know. And then we got other people that's wanting to see a plan come together. We want to clarify who got these other 3 cans. So clarify the 4 of Coins for us for January the 20th of 2021 in Washington, D.C. in the Capitol around the Lincoln Memorial, who has just begun to open up. What's the energy surrounding this 4 of coins? Alright, this is the one. And it's 2. Alright, we got the Magician. And as you can see, we all know the Magician, he got all the cups. He got the cups, the wands, the swords, and the pentacles. So the Magician and the 6 of wands, which also is, not only is it a person being successful, but it's a person that's able to work in a group. You know, a given, whenever the 6s come up for me, it's like reciprocity, or, you know, reciprocate, giving and taking. So we got the Magician, who's working, you know, a nice little group of people. And they have just begun to stir the shit pot. Alright. That sounds a little intense. Okay, so now let's begin. To clarify this last Judgment card. Alright. When it comes to the last Judgment card, which is on top of the Guns card, the 10 of Wands card, clarify the last Judgment. Damn, that didn't take long at all. They clarify the last Judgment card and the 10 of Wands. Just to be nosy, because I already told you I was nosy, I gotta flip this over just to see what jumped out before I can even finish talking. And it's the 5 of Wands, the 4 of Wands, the 7 of Wands, the 5 of Swords, and the Ace of Swords, the Brad Pitt in the Fight Club. And this 5 of Wands and 4 of Wands, I can't even put them back because it just makes too much sense. The 5 of Swords is like the challenge. And the 5 of Wands is not only the challenge, but I want to say a competition, but not really a competition, but a scoreboard. It's like somebody keeping up, making sure everybody doing what they said they was going to do. And the 7 of Wands is public recognition, like everybody's going to know what happened, like on the news type stuff. And then we already know what Brad Pitt was about in the Fight Club, the Ace of Swords. So yeah, the people that are coming back, because that was going to clarify the 10 of Wands and the last Judgment card. So the people are coming back to really start some shit. So it's not looking too peaceful. Wow, that just really cards? I was going to pull y'all one by one. Y'all ain't just have to be like, yeah, the people coming back that was already there. The people that was already there, they coming back, and this time they not playing. I'm hearing in the back of my mind like bulletproof vests, like, you know, like protecting themselves, kind of. But I would really like for our country to have a peaceful transfer of power, because that's what we're about to talk about right now. Hopefully we already got all the fight cards out on the guns. Now we want to clarify the Hermit and the Blasted Tower, because, you know, the Hermit don't never come out too much. I mean, he come out, he be in a study, he come out, but he don't come out too much. And, you know, the Blasted Tower is, you know, it all falls down so it can go back together again. But together, I'm getting the feeling of somebody wanting to come out and see something in real life, see some handiwork in real life, something like that. Yeah. So, let's clarify the Blasted Tower and the Hermit. Oh, damn. The World came out. And the World is about completion. So yeah, like I'm saying, this person here, this Blasted Tower and the Hermit and the World together, is somebody wanting to come out and see a plan come together. Completion. And on top of completion, it's the World. Let's not forget the inauguration is on a world stage. It's not a little event. So I'm not surprised to see the world card there. You know what? We're going to clarify. It's time to break out the big boys now. I want to clarify Brad Pitt in the Fight Club, and I also want to clarify the world card. But first, let's back it up to the wands and the guns. When it comes to Brad Pitt in the Fight Club and Ace of Swords, on top of the Judgment, and the Ten of Wands, and the challenges in the battle, who stands to gain anything from this disruption? Or what would be the result of this disruption of, you know, we was already here and now we come back again? Clarify the fight and the judgment on Inauguration Day. They flipping. I keep seeing them. If he comes to the top again, y'all, I'm going to get him down. Uh-oh. So that's one fair treatment. I keep seeing the death spot. He done flipped up a few times, but I don't want to put a pick him unless he fall. Oh. Hold on. Alright, they be trying to run sometime. Alright. Back to clarifying the Ace of Swords and the Judgment. Who gains? Who will gain from disruption at the inauguration? Alright, let's see who gets something to gain out of it. First, earlier flipped this card, the fair treatment. And then the person at a gain is one having a pleasant dream. But that's still not clear enough. I'm going to go over here and use the Omega Land deck, because I don't think nobody is having pleasant dreams right now. The whole country is up in arms. We have people getting evicted. People with the COVID, ain't nobody sleeping easy right now, having fair treatment. So I want to clarify these as the who think fair is fair and who just sleeping like ain't nothing wrong. Clarify the fair treatment and the pleasant dreams. On who is content with the fighting. Who is content and sleeping easy right now? I'll take the next top one. Six of Swords. We just had a card similar to that. And the Lover's card. Which is all of these is cards working together. To me, the Lovers is people that's in bed together. You know, they all got their hand in the same cookie jar. And the Six of Swords, you see, these people kind of already got their shits together. After everything hits the fan, it's already a prepared little place down there. So I'll be sleeping easy too like this. If I knew that everything, if it all fall apart up here, I'm just going to run down here. So, the people that would gain something from the fighting and the uproar, and the people who are able to just sleep easy, are the people that are in bed together and already know where they're going to run to when the shit hit the fan. So to me, that's like the elite people. The common man or woman, whether they're Republican or Democrat, don't have no super sweet hideout to just go run to. So that's interesting. Alright. So this is not the normal. This, as they would say, this is chess, not checkers. Because if you look at it, the people who are actually up here doing all the fighting and the ones that's coming back, they don't have no super sweet hideout to go back to. But the people that's orchestrating it do. Alright. Let's clarify now what we was trying to do a while ago. The Hermit, the blasted tower in the world, the completion card. The Hermit that's coming out to finally see a plan come together. What's the energy surrounding this Hermit in the world card? Who is it that wants to see it for themselves? What's the energy around the looky-loos that want to come out and see what's to happen? Clarify the energy around the looky-loos. Alright. Contentment. And as soon as I looked at this card, I'm thinking it's full. This bowl is full. It's people who've already lived a full life. So I'm guessing this would be older people maybe. Because this is kind of like the cherry on the cake that say you was there. And you seen it all happen in real life. So this bowl is full. So this is telling me like people who are older people who've already lived a full life. So it's going to be a lot of older people there. That's who the Hermit is, right? Because you got to think they all been in the house for a year with the COVID, and they was telling older people more than anybody not to come out and be around the people. So, yeah, it's a lot of older people that's going to be there that's going to live full lives, but they just want in mind seeing one more thing. A few of them was there when JFK got assassinated, so they thinking, shit, just one more thing that I could say I seen. So that's the energy of the looky-loos. Alright, so what we did the energy of the man with the guns, which turned out to be the elites and the assholes following orders. We then did the Hermits. Now, I want to come over here right with the cans. The person that opened one can, that still got 3 more cans to go, that's working with a group. And we know it's a group because it's the 6 of Wands, the reciprocity, you know, the reciprocation. You wash my back, I lotion yours or whatever. And the Magician, the people who are able to just, you know, you don't even know how they did it. They just made it happen. It's like, wow, they was over here, now they over there. So I feel for some reason this is the group that I would like to pay the most interest to. Alright, let's flip these cards back upright. Because a lot of them was flipping over. Alright. These out the way a little bit. Alright. I'm going to use the movie tarot to clarify the 6 of Wands and the Magician. What's the energy surrounding the Magician and the 6 of Wands? What group is it that's working together that's only just begun. What group is it? Oh, shit. Sorry, excuse me. So, immediately we get the King of Wands. And in this card, this is, Harrison Ford, when he was Indiana Jones. And I used to really like his movies because he was so, I don't know what you call it. He was, be all over the world, was able to talk to all the natives, and he knew all the customs and knew everything to do. So, the man with the answers. So the magician is also Harrison Ford and Indiana Jones. So it's somebody who, even if you don't, they might look like he just playing around, but he actually knows what the fuck he's doing underneath that hat. And the 8 of Wands, which is quick action. A lot of quick movement, a lot of quick messages. And the 8 of Swords, which is, there's, kind of backed yourself into, not into a corner, but you're choosing that just kind of watch. As the saying goes, the only thing it takes for evil to win is for good men to do nothing. So that's what the 8 of Swords represents. Like good men doing nothing, just watching what happens. That's most unfortunate. The quick action followed by the good men doing nothing, just watching. And Harrison Ford as the magician. On top of the whoop-ass cans, you may as well say. Alright. So far we have a lot of action. We have a group of ignorant people coming back that's directed by, I guess you can say, the elites or who's ever directing them. Then we have a group of looky-loos that are people who actually seen JFK getting assassinated, who done already lived a full life, that they feel like this would just be one more cherry on top of their pie. And then we got the gang of people that's with Harrison Ford, making all these quick movements that the good people just stand by and watch. So it looks like January the 20th, 2021 in the capital city is going to be quite an interesting day. And as we were shuffling this up, the 7 of Wands jumped out, and we all know that's you sneaky, sneaky son of a bitch. Where are you going? So that's the energy that's around this whole event. But last but not least, we are going to use the Lenormand, because even though we have 3 very distinct group of people who are going to be there, we still haven't checked one thing. You know what that thing is? The outside influence. So that's what we're going to use this deck for. What outside influence is manipulating Inauguration Day in Washington, D.C. of January the 20th, 2021 around the Lincoln Memorial area in the 46th inauguration of President-elect Joe Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris? What is the outside influence that's going to affect this event? We want the outside influence that's going to affect the Inauguration Day, January 20th, 2021. The outside event, the outside influence that's going to affect events of January the 20th, 2021 in Washington, D.C. We're going to take the next top one. Oh, it came up to the top by itself. And that is the Moon card, which is normally in the tarot deck, it means secrets or nighttime secret behavior. But for some reason, I don't like the answer. So I'm going to actually look and read into the book and see. Because we got number 32, the Moon, as the outside influence. Let's see. Alright, working, emotional satisfaction, honorable, recognized. Reflective phases, reputation, recognition, fame, consciousness, dreams, fantasies. Proceeding covertly, subconscious influences. Sensitivity, creativity. It's saying it's secret, but we already know it's a damn secret. We want to know whose secret. So we're going to clarify this one with the Alice in Wonderland, because I don't like that answer. It's a secret. The hell, we already know it's a secret. Whose secret? So we're going to use the Alice in Wonderland tarot just for this one question. Who is secretly gaining from starting trouble at the United States of America 46th presidential inauguration on January 20th, 2021 in Washington, D.C. at the Lincoln Memorial? Who is secretly gaining from trouble? Take the next top one. Oh. All right. The Page of Pentacles and the King of Cups and the Knight of Swords. Ooh, this King of Cups. I just get the feeling like he's behind a lot of stuff. Like one of the top assholes in the world, I suppose. I guess that's why he's secret. So I guess the ultimate puppet master, whoever that may be, I guess whoever runs the banks or Hollywood or whoever, but the Knight of Swords secretly gains, I suppose, because the Knight of Swords is a guy who just comes rushing in, quick action. I think, I can't exactly remember how his character goes in Alice in Wonderland, but I know everybody else be wanting to do challenges, and he just always be rearing to go and so ready to do stuff. And this last one, the Page of Pentacles, is just a little dorky messenger. So we have a top elite person, one of the rulers of the world, who secretly will gain from bullshit. And a general guy, a fighting guy, who, you know, always, I guess, suppose wants to prove that they can come through. This could be a general, or maybe who's ever controlling the National Guard and stuff. You know, I guess this is like the biggest event since, like, what, Katrina or something, that the National Guard were calling. So I suppose the general secretly will gain because he wants stature, or whoever is controlling those guys. And the last one is the paper pusher person who just sits around and crunches numbers all day. So it is a secret. I don't have the names of these three assholes. But at any rate, it looks like we are in for quite the show. I don't know about you guys, But I'm going to get some popcorn. And once again, this has been me, Cleopatra Wallace. If you liked this video or even thought it was interesting, like it, subscribe, or leave me a comment. And you know what we're going to do next week? We're going to predict the Super Bowl. See you later.